Good afternoon or morning or whichever part of the day it happens to be, wherever you are. My name is Pekka Sivonen, and I'm acting as a Executive Director for Digital Transformation of Finnish Industries. That's heavyweights to lifts. I'm here to speak about where future is being made. It's made here in Finland, and I'm going to be revealing you here today the secret source of European competitiveness of the future, which will be highly relying on 5G, artificial intelligence, robotics, and platform economy, the data-driven business models of the future. If we take a look at the technology marketplace around us today, we have tens of billions of devices in IoT connecting everything pretty much into everything else. We have blockchain that alone is going to change the world more than internet did so far. We have 5G being rolled out into our society as we speak, and Finland, by the way, as the first country in the world, is already investigating the 6G with heavy investments on that area. Big data, everything's data-driven today. The way we perceive and use these systems is going to dramatically change because of augmented and virtual reality technologies. On top of the pile, you have the artificial intelligence, which I, by the way, like calling augmented intelligence, because it's us human beings that still need to be in the center to call the shots of the technology and the decision making. These technologies have already been there, but the adoption of these technologies into businesses and society has been greatly accelerated by the crisis we are today having. And the volumes of data by 2030 are going to be 100-fold. Think about that. We only had 1% of the data volumes we're going to have in 2030 a year ago. That's dramatic. And the COVID crisis is really accelerating the way and speed how these technologies get implemented into our society and the businesses. In just 8 weeks' time, we saw here in Finland, amongst the companies that we are dealing with, a 5-year quantum leap in the adoption and use of digital technologies in just a few weeks' time. And this is paving the way for digital transformation of the society and businesses, whichever vertical you are looking into. And the World Economic Forum estimates that the business opportunity in digital transformation is the biggest one in the history of humanity. We are looking into incremental value in society and businesses worth $100 trillion over the next decade. That's the opportunity. For Finland and our national economy, this is going to mean a lot of change. And we believe that according to our national strategy and roadmap for data economy, we believe that by 2030, already 30% or more of the national economy will be driven by data and use of artificial intelligence. It's going to change a lot of things. And meanwhile that happens, we are also digitalizing the society. And with 5G and other IoT, etc. technologies, we are really digitalizing the society and the infrastructure into new digital critical infrastructure of the society. If you look into this from national security perspective, you start wondering whether we can still afford putting safety and security and cybersecurity afterwards on top of the layer like you put an icing to a cake, or should we architect everything in beforehand? Finland has opted to architect all of this. And as we speak in Finland, everything pretty much is already connected into everything else already. From traffic lights to drones to infrastructure and transportation, they all form a seamless network of smart mobility solutions. Of course, creating a lot of opportunities for security threats. When looking into productivity in European industries, Europe, by the way, is the past, the present, and the future of industries. We are now elevating the productivity in European industries and the competitiveness of our core industries with the combination of 5G, artificial intelligence, and robotics, and thereby, with the powers of these three unleashed at the same time, we will be introducing the productivity to levels unseen. That's where the future competitiveness of Europe and Finland will come from. Alongside, we are working on the business models. Europe is lagging behind in platform economy. I think India, many other countries are also lacking from the game that is highly driven by the American and Chinese players. We are helping our companies to evolve with their products into systemic product systems that will be forming systems of systems. If you're, for example, a producer of tractor, you really need to think holistically how the future of the agriculture will look like. We are using technologies to really give the superpowers to human beings. This is what artificial is best at. And we're still working on concepts that really create cobots where human and AI are working together. We have great examples on that one. Here's a true example of downtown Helsinki from a GE Healthcare manufacturing plant, which produces intensive care unit technologies for every single hospital around the world. Double-handed robot and a double-degree PhD guy programming the robot. This is the future, how the industries will look like in many of the verticals that we are looking into. Finland is a great country. And when looking into Finland today, you are looking into the most innovative country in the world. We have great availability of scientists and engineers. We're number one in trust, how people trust the government and the society. We have great availability of latest technologies. We are rolling out the 5G now, and we are already developing the next generation 6G. We have great heritage in education, always at the top countries there. And second to US, Finland is number two in the potential of utilizing AI holistically, not just in vertical industries, but all of society. We're extremely proud of our Aurora AI, which is the government services with AI powers being offered to the citizens. We prepared a small video to summarize everything that I have said here today. And we are now going to share you how Finland is going to be looking like in year 2030. So enjoy the video. Thank you.
We took a little sneak peek there to the future. Pekka, when we look at the video, it was evident that everything will be connected. But if and when everything is connected, what is needed to make the Internet of Everything safe and sustainable?
The core thing is to understand that you really cannot add safety on top of everything afterwards. You need to architect things day one, build blocks that are long lasting and there to storm any weather. And I think we have a great starting point with the fact that Nokia, Ericsson, both companies that are in every single mobile network globally, they run their global cybersecurity operations out from Finland. It's not a bad starting point.
So basically be prepared, and we have a really good solid base already.
Absolutely. Future is made in Finland, and you want to be part of it, stay tuned.
Thank you, Pekka.
Thank you.